Hi, I'm Paul Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 5, Section 4, Number 8, which reads, which of the following is equivalent form of that? And so, there's a couple different ways you could do this, and in order to square this, you'd have to FOIL. And then you make sure you distribute the negative here. Those are two keys. You're not distributing the exponent here. You would have to FOIL. But a little bit of a shortcut. What I find is that if you focus on the first terms and the last term, then you wind up getting your answer. One thing that you might notice is knowing that you FOIL this first part, you're going to have a middle term. So you know it's not A or B. And so now we're down to two answer choices already. So we know that the first term is going to be negative 2.95. So we don't even have to work on that first term. All we have to do is we have to work on this last term. And even though you are FOILing, keep in mind that your last term is literally going to be 2.4 squared. Negative 2.4 squared, but we know it's going to be a positive. So if you do 2.4 and I've got an x squared here, I get 5.76. And notice here I'm subtracting a negative, so I wind up adding that. So it's adding 6.4. And you don't even have to add it. You could see that it's going to be a big positive. It's not going to be a small positive right here. And you know your answer is C. Pretty quick and easy. Now, what else could you do to solve this? I would say that that's your preferred method. But what you could also do is you could pick a number, let's say x equals 1, and then you could plug it in, and you're going to come up with a number answer, and then you're going to plug that 1 into each answer choice and eliminate anything that doesn't give you that same answer. So here what we get is 1.5 times 1, which is just 1.5, minus 2.4 squared, minus 5.2. 1 squared is just 1, so that doesn't matter, minus 6.4. Okay. Now remember, what you want to do is you want to work within the parentheses first. So this is with Calc Math. If we did that 1.5 minus 2.4, we get negative 0.9. Keep in mind we're squaring it, minus, and then if we did 5.2 minus 6.4, we get negative 1.2. And then here you're going to get 0.81, positive 0.81, negative square is a positive. And when you subtract a negative, you add a positive. So this is plus 1.2. And if we did this, I'm going to throw this under here, 0.81. And remember, this is with Calc Math, but you get 2.01. That's a 2. Okay, so I'm going to write it over here, 2.01, circle it, and I'm just going to get rid of this. I gotta write my 2.01 there one more time because it erased. And now what we're gonna find is that when we're gonna plug our 1 into each answer choice and eliminate anything that doesn't give us 2.01. You might see here you're gonna get a 9, so that doesn't work. Over here you're gonna get a negative value. That doesn't work. Down below, it looks like we get negative, it's going to be like negative 9-ish. And over here, if we did it, negative 2.95, 1 squared is just 1, that's not going to change the value, minus 7.2, 1 times 7.2, 7.2, that's not going to change the value, plus 12.16. And if we combine these, we'd wind up with 2.95. You're subtracting, I'm just putting this one here, you're subtracting both of them, so you actually wind up adding them because they're both negative. That's what I meant to say. 11, it winds up being negative 10.15 plus 2.12.16, and if I throw this under there, if I subtract 10.15, I wind up with that 2.01. Okay, again, not the best way to do this question, but you should know that approach for any time your algebra falls short or you're not sure what to do. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with foiling, factoring, solving in a question like this. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.